Oh, I'm cooking. I'm really cooking today. It's not like a regular day where I'm kind of cooking, but today I'm like really cooking. I'm cooking something special for you. I'm cooking my grandma's meatball special recipe from secret recipe from Naples, Italy, and it's gonna blow your brains out. It's gonna so cool. You're like, whoa! This is gonna be super exciting. It's like all my ingredients assembled here, and I got my little recipe over here because I got to cheat and look there a little bit, and we're gonna start cooking. So, here, what do you need? First thing you need, of course, is you need beef. So I got a pound of beef right here. And as always with everything I cook, you get the fatty beef. You always get the fatty meats, you know, because it's fatty meats so much better than the non-fatty meats. So I got that fatty meat right there. I'm gonna bring this over so I can take a cheater here. And now, I'm gonna add a half a cup of breadcrumbs. Got these over at the Aldi over there, so I don't know. I'm a little concerned about the quality from the Aldi always, but then you know what happens? Whenever you get anything at Aldi, you're always like, I don't know, it's from the Aldi, how good's it gonna be? And then you get it and you bring it home, and it's always amazing. The Aldi is magic. It's a magical place. And they've really come around, because I remember when I was younger, I'd see the Aldi, and I'd be like, oh, that's before you get stuff in dented cans. They have no labels are falling off them and stuff. And then I found out that's not true. Now it's all these amazing now. Next up on this recipe is some fresh grated from the deli type Romano cheese. If I can get the lid off. Oh my goodness. I gotta talk to those guys over there. It's really stuck on here. All right. There we go. So a half a cup of the Romano cheese. Cheesy goodness. You never have too much, I always say. All right, that's about half a cup. Put that in there. So far again, we got half a cup of cheese, Romano. We got half a cup of Italian breadcrumbs. We got 1 pound of meat. Now, I already did this earlier. I finally chopped up 2 cloves of garlic. Oh yeah, 2 cloves of garlic right here. I'm putting that garlic right in my little mix here. Hopefully too much doesn't fall on the floor, because that's what can happen. Oh boy. There we go. So I got 2 cloves of garlic, 1 pound of meat, half a cup of breadcrumbs, half a cup of cheese. Now I'm gonna add some eggs. 1 egg. 2 eggs. It's always so scary adding eggs, you know, because I'm always like, I'm going to get that little shell in there, but it's good. I'm going to rinse my hands off. Now, I'm going to add a little bit over here. I got my fresh oregano growing right on the side of my my table here, so I'm going to take some oreganos and some oregano on here. Got all this fresh goodness of oregano. I gotta use it, right? So I'm adding some oregano in here. Oh yeah. Should I add some chives? Oh, a little bit. I don't know. What the heck, right? That's not in Grandma's recipe, that's for sure. But I got it right here. So now you take your hands and you gotta go, and you're gonna mix this all up and mix the goodness. Oh, it's so good. Mixing, mixing, mixing. You don't want to watch it mix the whole time, so we'll take a break right here. And I'll come back. Okay, I did some really good mixing up there. I'm going to add a little bit of pepper. You know, to your taste. And a little more pepper. I'm almost out. Might use it all up, right? Got some pepper in there. I'm going to add some salt. And you might be like, hey, I didn't mix that in. Well, you see, I'm going to mix it in. Don't worry. Now I got it all mixed up here. Got it mixed up. I got all my ingredients over here, taking up space on my tiny, tiny counter. Now, we got to make it into balls. Otherwise, it's not meatballs. It's just like a big pound of meat right there. So a lot of times you go to restaurants, you know, you get these meatballs that are like, you know, size of a softball. You get the meatball like this. That's not really how meatballs are supposed to be. Meatballs are little things. So I'm going to mix into my salt and pepper here a little bit. Mix, mix, mix. Now I'm gonna start making some meatballs. According to my mom, I should get about 10 to 12 meatballs out of this. Look at that. There's a meatball right there. Another meatball. Mixing, 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 and now I'm rolling. Now these meatballs, after I roll them up, they're gonna go in the oven. They're gonna go in the oven at 450 degrees for 20 minutes. So they're not gonna be cooked when they're done. Nah, they're gonna be kind of browned a little bit, and they're gonna be get nice and hot, obviously, but not gonna be fully cooked. So after I take them out of the oven, I gotta do more work. I gotta put them in a big pot of gravy. You'll see. And then you're gonna be like, whoa, that's the magic sauce right there. Also, like another thing with meatballs, but whenever you're working with meat, really, I always say, don't like, rah. I see people making beef burgers sometimes and they're smashing them on the thing. You don't do that with your meat. You want your meat kind of loosey-goosey. Not super hard to pack meat. Nobody wants that hard packed meat. And I got one little baby one left over. If I can make some space for it in here. There you go. When I wash my hands, I'll put it in the oven. Alright, I got my oven on over here. I'm going to stick all these yummy meatballs in the oven for 25 minutes. Okay, here we go. Okay, so they've been in the oven now for 25 minutes at 450 degrees. Now I'm going to take them out of the oven and put them in a big pot of gravy. That's pasta gravy. So red sauce to you guys, probably. Gonna use hot pads because it's going to be wicked hot. Turn the old oven off. Oh yeah, these are looking fantastic already and they're not even done yet. So you want to use a fork to pop them off here? Oh yeah. This is going to be some great stuff here. It's got all this goodness I can feel. I feel the outsides are nice and brown and getting delicious already, I'm sure. I left it nice and loose with the meat, so it's nice and juicy still. Should just break apart nicely in my mouth when I start to eat these yummy things up. Okay, so they're in the big pot of spaghetti gravy over there. Now here's the key. They're going to sit in there for a while. Not like 20 minutes a while. They're going to sit in there for 4 hours. It's going to simmer, maybe a little bit above a simmer, for 4 hours. So when you're making your spaghetti gravy for this kind of stuff, you want to make it a little bit more watery than you might usually do it because it's going to be cooking for 4 hours. So a lot of that water is going to evaporate off. But that's how you get a nice, thick, yummy spaghetti gravy. So we're going to pause again here, and I'll come back in 4 hours. Don't forget to stir occasionally, every 45 minutes according to my mom. Okay, so they've been in the pot with the gravy for 4 hours now, just simmering, just a little simmer. The gravy is really reduced down a lot. You know, a lot of the water is boiled off and stuff. Not really boiled off because it's not boiling; it's just simmering. But I'm gonna eat one now. It's so exciting! I hope you're excited. My whole place, it smells like somebody's making Sunday gravy right now. It smells like amazingness in this place. I'm just gonna eat it straight. I'm not gonna have like any pasta or anything like that. I'm just gonna eat it straight up. Because, I don't know, that's what I'm doing. I'm gonna add a little more cheese on top because I don't think I've ever eaten it in my life. And I was like, I wish there was more cheese. It's always more cheese. More cheese is always good. Alright. This is the first time my mom's meatball recipe. It looks super. Nice and moist and delicious. I've got to say, I nailed it. It was like the best meatballs you're ever going to have in your entire life. It's like the spirit of my mom came down, made it, put it on my plate right now. And it could be in your house too. And you're going to be like, whoa, my life is so much better now. Next week.